Hi, I'm Marianne Garrison, attorney with Ramos Law, and welcome to the next edition of House of Law. Today we're going to discuss what is an HR department and what do they do. Stay tuned. If you are employed by a company of any average size, you probably have an HR department. First of all, what is an HR department? HR stands for Human Resources. So it's just that, a Human Resources department. And it's usually run by an HR director or Human Resources director. So what exactly does that department do, and what is the job duty of the Human Resources director? Well, the Human Resources Director has a lot of different job duties. When you first become employed with a company, a Human Resources Director might be responsible for helping you get all your initial paperwork filled out. You're going to fill out your tax forms, you're going to fill out your bank account information if you want payroll automatically deposited, you're going to fill out contact information, insurance forms, things of that nature. That is usually handled by the HR department. HR department is also going to be responsible for the most part for your payroll. So if you have vacation requests, those usually go through the HR department. If you have to call in on sick leave, most companies ask that you call the HR department. Another area of expertise for an HR department is handling employee complaints. So if you have an issue regarding your supervisor, and you don't feel comfortable discussing that issue directly with your supervisor, you can go to the Director of Human Resources to tell him or her about your issue. The Human Resources Director most times will act as a mediator to try to resolve the issue you might be having with your supervisor. Likewise, if you're having an issue with a fellow employee, and you don't feel comfortable going directly to your supervisor, again, you can go to the Director of Human Resources. They act as a sounding board to help resolve employment-related disputes that you might have with others within your department. Another very important role of the Human Resources Director concerns investigation if you have a complaint of harassment or discrimination by a fellow employee or a supervisor. This area is very important that you go directly to your Human Resources Department and file information or a complaint regarding what you believe to be discrimination or harassment. In a situation where you might have asked a Human Resources Director to investigate a claim of, let's say, for example, sexual harassment, and to your satisfaction, that claim was not adequately resolved. What resource or what would be the next step for you? The next step in a situation like that would be to file a complaint against the company for sexual harassment or sexual discrimination, whatever the situation may be. So in most instances, when an issue is not resolved by a Human Resources Director, and that issue may have legal ramifications, meaning you might have a legal right to what you were asking the Human Resources Director to resolve, then your recourse may be through the courts. So as you can see, a Human Resources Department can wear a lot of hats for a company. And obviously, every company can use a Human Resources Department in many different ways. These are just the most common ways. For how your Human Resources Department can support you, talk to your local director. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us on House of Law. See you next time.